For the first time since they switched to that f***ing flex thing, I finally got a reserve. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at these bad boys right here. Okay, this is the Air Jordan 13. Oop. Oh, not yet. That's the next video. These bad boys right here are the Air Jordan 14. I believe they're called the Varsity Royal, something like that. Hyper Royal, my bad. And these right here, my friends, are just fantastic. I love 14s, especially blue ones. Now these guys right here, they were a little bit hard to obtain. It was kind of interesting because they were available in full family sizes, right? Which typically means a normal GR, which you can get at all foot size, blah, blah, yada, 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 which was true. But this was one of those shoes where they kept getting canceled for like the orders that you would send to the retailers. Like one of our local retailers here didn't even get their shipment because their entire shipment was canceled due to cosmetic defects. So I don't know what happened with this run, but I would not be surprised if we saw these pop up in outlets in the next couple of months, especially for that holiday shopping season, which is going to be interesting because if I run into these again, even for retail price, I might pick up another pair because I really like these. If I were to run into these in, say, an outlet, 2 pairs. But these are fantastic. I absolutely love the colorway. I love this color blocking on these shoes because back in the day when I was a young lad, back in high school when these first released, this was the one, man. Like the white and red joints were like, I was like, yo, I need the white and red, whatever the year was, Jordan. And I just think that these are so dope. And I will say that nothing's changed really between these two. There's a couple of minor differences, but nothing spectacular, nothing really jets out and be like, oh my gosh, it's, you know what I mean? Like the materials are the same, the accents are the same. They literally just took the colors and turned one blue. Really interesting model to do that on, by the way.
Oh, because of the 14?
Yeah, because of the whole XIV thing back there. A little trolling action right there going on. But the only real difference between these two that I could see is that the white and red one right here at the back of the tongue, that lining is perforated. And on this one, it's just the same exact lining that's throughout the rest of the collar area. Other than that, the only change made was to the paint application of the teeth. This one just got like super glitter in it, man. It looks amazing. It's what these used to look like. They did a really good job with these. Like these have some glitter in there, but this one, they really just did it up. It looks like a fucking car. I love this. I'm not even a car guy, but the 69 Mustang in this kind of blue with white interior, man, the white top. Woo. Now one more quick thing before we get into all the goodies of the shoe. The shapes are a little bit different just in this set, like this pair. I love the way that this one turned out, the left shoe. So whoever's over at the left factory, hats off, because y'all did a great job.
I believe they've been killing it at the left shoe factory.
Is it always the left shoe factory? Okay, yeah. So this is a running joke. I'm not saying that there's literally a left and a right shoe factory. It just feels like it sometimes because of the discrepancies between the two. These two shoes, the shapes are exactly the same. The right shoe factories, okay? So they got that kind of weird banana-y shape, like not like the OG 14, but it's good enough, I guess, especially when they're on feet. It's like, whatever, and they're comfortable, so it. But these two, the toes are identical. The shape of the shoe got that, you know, that weird little swoop and stuff. The OG 14s were weird. They were bubbly in the toe, just like this one, the left shoe from the left shoe factory. I don't know if they did this on accident, but when I pulled this one out the box, this is the first one that I pulled out of the box, I was like, whoa. Did they fix the shape of the 14s? And I pulled out the right shoe and I was like, no, they didn't. They did an awesome accident. This is how they're supposed to look. Not identical. They were a little more bubbly back in the day. Now, as far as tech specs are concerned, you already know what that is, right?
Herringbone traction.
What is it?
The best of the best on court.
I was gonna say it's beautiful, but that works too. I just absolutely love the way that this looks. Yes, it looks dirty once you wear them, but wear your shoes, folks. They don't last forever. And neither do we. We got expiration dates. Might as well enjoy shit, right? Now the midsole itself is Phylon. Inside of the Phylon is a heel and 4-foot Zoom Air unit. Super comfortable. I absolutely love it. Different from the originals somewhat because the originals had the same exact tech specs, but the 4-foot had an articulated zoom, which these have a standardized, that weird like oval shape. Not weird, it's just standard. Something that I keep forgetting to show when we did these last and stuff like that. I always forget this, which is my fault. But the insoles, they're not exactly like the original 14s, but they're close. The originals had something just like this. They were just better. These are noticeably cheaper and thinner and all of that stuff. Got extra little, you know, EVA pads in there and stuff. The originals had that too. I think I have some originals somewhere. Man, they still smell like the originals, man. They got this weird smell to them. Also, the I don't know what the paint was. The kids version was recalled because it was lead-based paint, which is, that's a story. I don't know what they did with the men's pair, but they were just real sticky and stuff. What? Whatever, man. So this is what the original looked like. The foam carrier was better. It's got a little bit more bounce to it. This one is just like a cheaper one, but otherwise, I mean, they did a good job. They really tried to replicate it as best as they could. Also, maybe you guys can see this. Man, these are hella sticky, but that toe is awesome. Please tell me you can see it.
I can see it.
Are you being sarcastic?
I'm not being sarcastic.
Your face looks sarcastic. Compared to this, right? You can see that. I don't think she can, guys. She's fucking with me. God, these are gorgeous. Even after all these years.
No wonder they're so sticky.
And then as far as the upper is concerned, these guys, again, just like that white and red pair from last year, same materials all the way down to the toe cap and the back panel, all that stuff. Nothing's really changed. To me, it's a decent leather, especially the ribbed sections. I think that's nice and soft, plush, feels great. The rest of it, it's not great, but I'll take it because otherwise we don't get stuff like this. So it's like, whatever. I don't want it to be too premium because the originals weren't like that, other than the suede toe versions, like the ones that I just pulled out. Those had like a really great suede toes. The black toes did, the last shots did, but the leather ones were like this, where it had like a synthetic toe cap and it creased weird, just like these do. Nothing new here if you've been around for a while. The overall design is supposed to mimic a Ferrari, hence the little, shield emblem. The tire tread on the back with the Jumpman symbol in the 23, that wraps all the way down to the outsole, which looks great. These little clear plastic things were supposed to be the tail lights. One of my favorite parts is the little air scoop, super dumb. It doesn't really do anything as far as ventilation, especially when you got a shoe like this, but it was still really cool when you were a youngster. The carbon fiber plate on these guys is carbon fiber, wraps all the way around the shoe. Some of the shoes or some of the colorways, like the one I just pulled out, the Indiglos, they did not have carbon fiber, but the white and red ones did. And so now these do as well. These, I don't know if this was supposed to be a Wizards take on the shoe or not. All I know is that they're fantastic. They look great. And this is my favorite thing about Jordans. We'll talk about this in a future video, obviously, but I just love it when we got OG stuff like this, OG color blocking, and they do little things to keep it that way, but to keep it fresh. So OG color blocking stuff, just like this. Just change the color, make it orange, make it yellow, make it green, make it red, make it whatever the color, whatever you want. Just keep it this OG look and I'll be happy. As far as fit is concerned, they do fit true to size, whatever you normally wear in your Air Jordan 14s. That's what I would recommend. I go true to size. I think they fit great. As far as performance is concerned, we have a performance review on every Air Jordan up to the 20, because the 21s, the 22s, and especially the 23s were not great. The 21s actually were really good, but boy, were those sweat boxes, man. Athlete's foot for sure. It's like a guarantee if you wear those. Okay, lay it on me. You've been waiting to talk about these for a minute. Go ahead.
It's not so much about the shoe per se, it's more of the fact that you're such a stickler for toe shape. And for the most part, you're always like, this 5 is too bubbly, this 4 is too bubbly, this 3 is too bubbly. And then all of a sudden you like pull the shoe out of the box and you're like, this one's too flat. It looks like a frickin' banana. And I'm like, what?
So, I know what you're saying, because I know people are like, get it together, man, but jeez, you okay? You need a minute?
I've been waiting to say this because you've been harping on it.
Let me explain, okay? There's a reason for the madness.
Okay.
All right, so when I talk about toe shape, and it's not just me, it's other people that have been into Jordans, the overall shape is what I'm kind of talking about, but the toe is where they really mess with things. I think it's because manufacturing has changed over the years, so lasts are a little bit different. That's what really gives these shoes their shapes, is the foot shape that they build it on, and they're just not the same as the originals. They're just not. They fit a little bit closer to the foot. They look like this. They are very sleek. And this, for performance reasons, is better, I will say. But when you're first introduced to the shoe back in 1999, this is what we remember. So that's all I'm saying, is that when I see the shoes and when I talk about the toe shapes especially, a lot of people say this about the 12s. They don't think that the shape is like this anymore, which it's not. It has gotten close on certain releases, but not perfect. Same thing with this, where the 14s never looked like this, where they swoop up a little bit. They never looked like that. They were very flat, and then this toe was bulbous, you know what I mean? And it was weird at first because you had something like the 13, which was sleek, the 12, which was sleek. So seeing this was a little bit different, but this is how I remember seeing it the first time. I'm not the only one that sees these things. I do understand where you're talking about, where you're like, can you pick Do you want a bubbly toe or do you want a sleek toe? It's not about that. It's per shoe. It's on a per shoe basis.
I get that. I just thought it was funny where all of a sudden I feel like I've never heard you complain about a toe being too sleek. And I'm like, what?
It's something that I've gotten used to with the 14 in general, where they just kind of look different, but it is what it is. You got to like this paint application. I know that you like this on your nails.
I was gonna say, this is my go-to color almost all the time whenever I treat myself and go get my toes done. I'm like, I want that color.
This is a pretty color, man, especially with that glitter in there. Again, it really ties into that Ferrari like car theme, and it's just like, man, dude, these are so gorgeous. But anyways, these guys have already released, so I'm just talking about my opinion on them, what I think about them. If you haven't gotten yours in the mail yet, then because they just released, then hopefully this gives you some sort of excitement for them, because I really do like them. If you do have your pair, let me know how yours turned out. Do you have one of these too? I'm actually really curious. Put them together, man. Do this and just look at them. Dude, you can't not see that.
I did see it.
No, I'm just saying, like, every time I do it, I'm like shocked. I'm like, oh my God, it's so bubbly. Are yours like this? And which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the weird banana look, or do you prefer this bubbly look? Obviously, OG is better to me, but whatever floats your boat, man. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Give me a thumbs up on this video, by the way, because I finally got the opportunity to buy something. I've never felt more satisfied and disappointed in myself in my life.
Oh, he kept being like, hey guys, I won the chance to purchase.
Yeah, it sounds so dumb. You know, like if you enter a giveaway, woo, I won, right?
Yeah.
You don't pay nothing, you won. And for me, I won the opportunity to give you my money. That just, to me, I'm just like, what? But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.